5-minute finance introductory videos for every single finance topic, just trying to get you ready for life. Simple contracts. We often think that contracts are 300 pages long and you got to have a lawyer and a witness and everybody's got to sign and then you got to take it to a notary and it's all got to be official. I mean, we've all bought a cell phone and you have a cell phone contract, and so you assume that, hey, if I got this crazy contract for a cell phone, then I probably got to do contracts for everything else. It's not the case. Simple contracts are a thing, thank goodness. To create a simple contract, the parties or the two people involved only have to sign on the dotted line. There's no special form of language, no requirement for a witness's signature, and no notarization. In fact, the rules are so relaxed that you don't even have to write anything down. An oral contract or a handshake agreement is perfectly valid most of the time. It will hold up in court if you have some sort of dispute and you go to civil court to resolve your differences. An oral agreement, a handshake agreement, a simple contract will work. Sure, of course, writing something down would be better, but you don't have to do it. For example, if I pay a guy $200 to cut down a tree in my backyard, we can do a handshake agreement. We don't have to involve our lawyers. We don't have to involve a notary. We don't have to involve a witness. I don't say, hey, go take this to your lawyer, have him sign. Like if someone comes and mows my yard, I say, hey, $20 to mow my yard. All right, cool. So I'll give you $20 and you mow my yard. Oh, we'll shake on it. Good deal. Or, I mean, that's what we do. And it's fine, and it's legitimate. We don't say, oh, before you mow my yard, can you sign this, and then take this to your lawyer, have your lawyer sign it, make sure you take it to a notary, then bring it back to me, and then I'll have my lawyer look at it, and I'll have a notary, and I'll have a witness, and then we'll all agree. No! Simple contracts are fine, and they don't even have to be written down, and they will hold up in a court of law. Finance charges a fee. That's the simple answer. It's a fee. A fee charged for the use of credit, borrowing money, or the extension of existing credit, borrowing more money. It may be a flat fee or a percentage of borrowing, with percentage-based finance charges being the most common, blah, blah, blah. If you borrow money, you're going to get charged a fee. And they're going to tell you, don't even care. Like they're going to say, well, I got a guy, he's got to fill out this paperwork, and then we got to send the paperwork over to a notary. He's got to review the numbers, and they're going to give you a bunch of reasons why they're charging you the fee. It doesn't really matter. They're going to charge you a fee. If you borrow money for a car or for a mortgage, and you see how much money you borrow, and you see your interest rate, and then you say, like, wait a second, where did this higher number come from? They're going to jam fees and charges onto you. You probably have purchased a lot of things where they've snuck these fees and financing charges onto you. Just deal with it. That's just the way it is. And they're going to have a reason to explain it. Who cares? Just deal with it. Credit scores and reports. Red bad, green good. So, well, I can't really point to it. Red bad, green good. Well, why do you get a bad credit score? By defaulting or not paying back a loan and never paying back the loan, or not making monthly payments on your cell phone bill, your electric bill, your rent, all those little things, those ding your credit scores. Requesting your credit score too many times, that's going to ding your credit score. Paying bills on time, having a bunch, if you're paying rent, you're paying your water bill, you're paying your electric bill, you're paying a cell phone bill, you're paying your internet bill, you're paying a bunch of stuff every single month, every single year for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That will build your credit score up so that when you borrow money to buy a house, you won't have to pay a high interest rate. So here are examples. Have an open and active account. That's step 1. 2, diversify your credit accounts. So you're borrowing money to pay for a car, you're borrowing money to pay for something else, you're paying all the cell phone, the internet, the light, electric, you're paying all these different bills, pay all your bills on time. Reduce your debt balances. We talked about this in the video before. You want to have a better income to debt ratio. You don't want to borrow a bunch of money and only make a little bit of money. You want to borrow something that kind of connects with the amount that you have coming in, so that way the money you have coming in can pay for the debt. In a perfect world, you have a high income and low debt. If you have a lot of debt and low income, well, basically, there's no way that you're going to be able to pay off these loans every month, and that's going to drive it down. And then get rid of negative information on the credit report. Sometimes you just got to wait this out. After 7 years, I believe it is, a lot of the stuff will just fade away. You can also hire companies to get into it and try to have them, you can question stuff and you can say, hey, that's not real, and argue that you have to pay people to do that. Sometimes the best thing is just wait it out. Identity theft is theft by, you've heard about this on people steal your identity online. They get you through phishing schemes. They get you to click on the wrong thing in an email. So we see credit card fraud a lot. A lot of times people just straight up steal your credit card. You swipe it at a machine. They had a scanner. Somebody walks by you, the scanner. This is very common. A lot of times though, the banks will help you out and they'll replenish all the funds. You won't get charged for it, but it is a huge inconvenience because every time that it happens, you need that money and all of a sudden your credit card's not working or your debit card's not working for 2 or 3 days. And so then you're kind of out of luck. It's very common. Loans, people steal your house lease. bank fraud, government documents, other identity theft, social security, phone or utilities fraud. I mean, you name it, they're going to get to it. Just try to protect yourself as best as you can online. Paying off debts, pay off your debt with the debt snowball. We'll talk about that in the next video because that's kind of a long deal. But for identity theft, just try to be as safe as you can. Everyone's going to have it stolen at one point or time. Someone's going to steal your card. It's just the nature of the world that we live in. But try to be smart as you can online.